Hi everyone, welcome back to Intuitive Garden Tarot. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Nicole. I will be doing a general reading for this week, June 9th through the 15th. This is a general reading, so parts of it may not resonate with you. If you would like to book a personal reading, you may do so by going to my website, intuitivegardentarot.org. And thank you so much for watching and watching to the end. I really appreciate all of you. All right, I'm using the Ethereal Visions deck for the message for my viewers this week. We have the Seven of Pentacles, Nine of Wands, Six of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, Six of Swords, Two of Pentacles, and the Seven of Swords. So right off the bat, no major arcana. This is a very quick-moving, malleable energy for the week. And let's see, we do have all of the elements represented here. So let's start off with the Seven of Pentacles. This is about really investing in something, nurturing. It could be financially, it could be putting your energy and your time and effort into something. But notice this farmer is looking at their crops, feeling a little bit of the weight of the work they've put in. This card in general, though, is a message of things not quite being ready yet, not quite being ripe for the pickings. So there is an element of patience involved, but keep putting in the effort because there is a lush harvest that you can see on the vine, so don't give up. And next we have the Nine of Wands, and this is the wounded soldier. He's tired. He's been doing battle. Wands being fire, spiritual energy, creative energy, passion. This just shows feeling kind of burnt out, worn out, and needing to take some time to recoup and maybe have some alone time. If you've been in a situation where you've maybe been arguing or battling with a situation or within a relationship, this shows being tired, but still standing, not having lost, but needing to take a break from that. Something in there is draining your energy, so be mindful of that. In the background, we have the Six of Cups, beautiful card of friendship, nostalgia, the simple pleasures of life is what comes through in this particular deck, and sharing and just being in your playful energy. I know that came up last week too, the need to have more fun and focus on what is your passion, what is your joy. And it's looking like maybe you did experience that in the recent past, last week. Maybe you did have some time to relax and be with friends and just be in your curiosity, your childlike curiosity. But somehow we're showing up now as working really hard on something and being kind of tired. So at the heart of the reading, we have the Eight of Pentacles, which is a card of productivity. It comes right after the Seven of Pentacles. So whatever you've been working on or are working on is going to pay off. It's very productive. This person is very focused again on being productive and doing their work. So this is a good week to nurture your investments, put effort out there in the physical world, in the financial world. It's somehow paying off. And there's one more message that wanted to come through here. Check out astrology for the month of June. I mentioned that again last week. I know something's happening today even, and I cannot recall what planetary alignment or shift is occurring, but in general this is a really abundant time, a really lucky time for a lot of people. There's a lot of amplification of things you have been putting the effort on. It will show rewards, and that is what's coming through here in this reading. And the outcome of the reading for the week is the Six of Swords. And this is about moving to calmer waters. It can literally be about travel or traveling to or near water. But in general, it's about swords being the thought and mental energy. It's finding mental clarity, mental calm, peace. If something's been bothering you or troubling you, or again, if you've been perhaps even arguing or in some kind of conflict, this shows things clearing up and moving to a much more calm, peaceful state, which is awesome. So for further clarification, we have the Two of Pentacles, and this is very much about striking a balance between two different energies. Maybe you have two different projects going on, two different areas of your life that you're really focused on. And again, it's really showing grace and a certain amount of ease. I love the figure in this deck. Look at her hair, look at her whole body movements. She is like a fine arts dancer. She really has grace and ease in juggling these two pentacles, and there's so much flow of her hair. She's in a state of flow, which is where she's finding her balance, and that's really amazing. And other decks in the standard deck or traditional Rider-Waite Smith deck, the person juggling the pentacles, the person that is juggling the pentacles in the traditional deck looks a little weary, a little, what's the word, kind of overwhelmed by what they're having to juggle. And that's not how it's coming out for the energy for this week, and I love that. And with the Seven of Swords behind it, this is saying that this is a card of strategy. So it's saying it's a really good strategy to keep your thoughts in balance and keep your energy in balance, and finding your center there. Notice how there are two swords at this character's feet. Again, I'm getting that some of you might have been arguing. You could have been arguing with yourself, inside yourself, or somebody around you, having some words, exchanging some words, and I'm really getting the message to put those swords down, because that really ultimately only burns you out. It's not necessarily winning to stay in a battle and give all your energy to something. Really put your energy, focus your energy on what is productive, what is working, what is important to you, and the message here is to maybe let some bygones be bygones, put some swords down, and I'm getting also that the swords that he's holding on to are the ones that maybe are more important, and some things just aren't as important to discuss or obsess about or stress about. That's where we're going to find our balance. Let's get a message from the garden to tie this all together. Cleansing, productivity, and victory. So look at that. Productivity again is very much what this card is about, like I said. And I see that scissors there. So I'm going to start with this since I picked it up first. That is, again, cutting out what's not productive, what's wasting your time, where you're spinning your wheels. You got to cut that out of your schedule, out of your life, out of your thoughts. And this has Cancer moon energy, so we are moving into Cancer soon. And that is very much about protecting yourself, protecting your energy, and having a safe space. Home is very important, so maybe having a space in your home or retreating to your home might be very valuable for you to regenerate and recharge and focus again on what is productive. And cleansing kind of plays off of that same theme of cutting out what isn't serving you. So cleansing, lemon, drinking lemon water, doing a juice cleanse. This has Gemini energy, which is where we are right now. It is Gemini season, more moon energy. So this is talking about really cleansing your emotional not state, your emotional frequency, making sure that you're vibrating at the frequency that is productive, not focused on things that are upsetting you or burning you out. And of course, that would bring victory to you. There's Aries energy here, there's fire. I really like that. I love the crown. So you might really be having the opportunity this week to achieve a new level of interacting again, whether it's with yourself or certain situations or certain people, in a way that is new, even though you might be feeling like you're going around with the same cycles of feelings or topics coming up or conflicts or obstacles, let's say. Somehow this week the energy is ripe to, again, find clarity, and this might be new for you, and it might be, I'm hearing crowning achievement. It just might be something very productive in a way that you haven't experienced before. And I'm also getting expanded consciousness, so having a broader viewpoint looks like it's available, and by being aligned with that, being centered and focused on what is working is going to be how you're going to get the most out of the energy this week. Well, sounds pretty good. I'm going to take that advice myself, and thank you so much for watching, liking, sharing, subscribing, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye-bye.